CPI data yesterday gave us exactly the move we wanted on both sides. It popped up and then it came down just like we called. Now, people are just starting not to believe that I can call this stuff or that I'm calling it. So, hey, I won't even say it anymore. Let's just look at the charts.
Secure the bag, yeah, that's the brand, and we get to the bag.
What's going on, family? My name is Tay Sweat. I'm bringing you another STB Market Watch. Now, why am I doing this, and who am I? Like, where do I come from for all of my new people watching? Well, my name is Tay Sweat. Once again, I'm a stock, futures, options, crypto, penny stock trader, right? I come from the penny stock world. That's what most people know me from. I spent probably 5 years over there before I came over to the options world, crypto world, futures world. So that's what I have been doing. If you don't know, penny stocks is where basically we trade crappy companies. It's all technical analysis because all of the companies have bad fundamentals, right? They're $2 or $5 or less, and we trade them up and down, up and down, up and down. And it's only technical analysis that you can use to trade these stocks, right? And I've always said, and I'll just say this real quick, I've always said that some of the best traders when it comes to getting in and out are penny stock traders. And the reason why is because they have to be good. Right? I should say we have to be good at technical analysis because there is no fundamentals, right? It's easy to buy Apple. It's easy to buy Tesla. It's easy to buy some of these bigger stocks because they have decent fundamentals and they go in a direction if you give it long enough. Right? If you're wrong, it'll eventually just hold it. It'll go back where you want it to go. But penny stocks, you need to be really good because that company can go bankrupt while you're holding it, right? And it can get delisted and whatever else. So once again, that's what I do. That's who I am. And the reason why I started doing these market watch videos every morning that the market is open is because I wanted to help people, one, be able to see what it is that's possible when it comes to trading. Right? A lot of people think this thing is gambling. If you go back and, if you're here consistently and you watch all of the videos, you notice that, man, this guy's probabilities are pretty high. Yes, it's still not, 100% guaranteed, but it goes from 20 to 50% probability like gambling to when we're trading, it goes up to like 80, 90% probabilities that you win. Why? Because we stack indicators. And what we use, instead of using lagging indicators, what we use is predictive indicators, right? And that just helps us to predict where the market is going. And it usually plays out for us, right? So once again, I just have to say, I won't be right 100% of the time. But if you watch, let's just say I'm going to make 100 videos over the next few months, right? If you watch over 100 videos of mine, I'm going to be right at least 80 of the videos. You'll see, right? So just keep watching, keep tapping in, and I'll keep delivering the good stuff, all right? So let's dive into some charts. Why not? All right, family. So here we are. We have the ES. For those of you who don't know, I like to track the ES in the morning. Right now it is 8:08. Right. I usually do these right around 7:30 to 8 o'clock. Right. I try to get the morning watch or the market watch videos done early in the morning, usually before any news comes out because that'll start spiking the market. So yesterday we checked the ES right at about, I think it was like 8:10, 8:13, something like that. And I was showing you where we could go, right? And I'm going to show you a quick feature on TradingView. For those of y'all who use TradingView, it's called the replay feature, okay? Or feature, excuse me. And basically what you can do, you can wipe away candles. You can wipe away your candles and essentially you can replay what you've actually played already or what you've seen play out. Now, what is this feature for? What is this, or why is it helpful? One of the things I tell all traders, pretty much all traders, is that please replay your stuff, right? Now, the reason why I say that is because as we replay or wipe away these candles, you can come in and see where did you go wrong, where did you go right, what was going on, right? Now, at this time yesterday, let's give it a few candles, okay? Well, that was too many candles. Let's take that big green one away. All right. At this time yesterday, at about, like I said, it was about 8 o'clock. Okay. And this candle is the 8 o'clock candle, 7 o'clock candle going into 8:30. Okay. Which is when we got the news. At around this time, what we called was this here. We said it was a bull flag, right? I told you, I said, this looks bullish to me. I said, now there's a certain area that we can go. And I said, hey, if we drop underneath a certain area, yes, we would be more than likely falling full time, right? And my area was right in here. I said, you know what? We drop underneath this area, maybe even here. I said, it's probably going to fall. But we did not do that. And it literally, and I said, it'll go ding, 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 and it'll play in between there, right? And then what you do is you can play it out to see exactly how it goes, right? Now I told you all, I said, listen, I said, we have some sellers. Okay, so I'm going to give you kind of like a walkthrough. So we have sellers sitting right here at about 41.79. They will probably step in. And how can you identify sellers, right? When you see a bunch of red bars, those are people selling, okay? So if you're going into a bunch of red bars, you have to be mindful that it's a possibility that it's probably going to get sold off, right? A bunch of sellers right there. So the bigger the bars I see there, the bigger the sellers, right? So I told you, I said, hey, if we come into this area, and I'd say maybe right in here, I drew a box. I said, if we come into this area here where there are sellers, then we will start to fade more than likely, unless we can go above, hold it, and take off, right? Now let's see how that plays out. And literally your seller stepped in right there. And I told you in yesterday's video, I said it's going to be a quick pop and then a pullback, right? So we had a quick pop, we took our profit, we grabbed some shorts, and then it sold off, right? And STB, of course, especially in the Discord chat, we made really good money, right? Now this allowed us to re-enter, right? Some of us re-entered at this support area. Remember, I told you right in this area, because this is support, right in this area, we would bounce. And what happened? We hit it and we bounced. We went right back up there to try to test those sellers, right? So that's what's going on now. And let's kind of play it out to see where it is currently. Once again, look, it's still testing those sellers though, right? Still testing those sellers. Let's see where it is currently. And this is, all right. So this is a 7 o'clock candle. So that's where we are now. So play it out to date. That's pretty much where we are. So let's cut that off. All right, boom. So yeah, we're going into the 8 o'clock, the 8:30 meeting. You kind of see it's popping up. But ultimately, what I want to see, so I'm going to break this down. Let me actually erase that. Boom. All right. Where I see this thing going, or what we need to do now, so we're gonna range like crazy. But what I like on this hour chart is I want to see this movement here. This looks crazy bullish to me, right? I don't think the bull move is done. This looks crazy bullish to me, and the reason why I say that is because this is what we normally see when it comes to the start of bull moves. I'll say that. But not only that, let's go back. It looks like we have gotten above resistance and we are holding support. Okay. So look at this long-term resistance. Okay. That takes us back to April. So when it comes to day trading, that's long-term support and resistance. Okay. So look at that. Support, resistance, got beneath support, came back up, held it as resistance. For anybody who doesn't know, that's how that works. If it's support now and you get below it, it becomes resistance. And it did it just right there, right? Got back above it, held resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance. It just does it. That's what happens, all right? So once again, I love my support and resistance lines, my channels. That's what I do. I'm one of those traders, right? So what I'm seeing right now is this is a big pop up, boom. And I think what we're going to get, believe it or not, some people don't want to hear this. I think if we can hold it, I'll say this. If we can hold this, we're about to get a big move out of here, right? My first price target, if I had to give you one, is going to be like that 41.90-ish area. Yeah. We might even try to go and test. Yeah, 41.90 is like the high right here. So we're going to need to test this. If we can get above these sellers, they'll become buyers. And if they become buyers, it's going to be nuts. Because if this is what I think it is, this looks like a wave one. If this is what I, excuse me, if this is what I think it is, we're probably gonna go nuts, and this thing might go to 4,300. But we need to see how it plays out. We need to see if the rules are going to be broken or not. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, if the rules are broken, that's okay. We'll find the opposite side, right? And we'll go to the other side. Now, what's the opposite side? If the rules are broken, what that basically means is we close underneath here. If that rule is broken, what I'm going to be looking for next on my path is more than likely, boom, boom, which is kind of doing that with this green candle right there. Boom, 3, break it out, bing, bing. All right. Now, that's kind of what I'm expecting. If it goes to the alternative side, all right, we're going to come test this low. That's what I'm expecting. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I'm leaning more to the bullish side, but PPI is coming up today, I believe. So with that being said, that can take it anywhere. Like it could break the rule really quick, and it could take it any which direction. So for me, I'm willing to let it do its thing and kind of see how the rules are going to be played out first, instead of just being biased to one side. You can't do that. When it comes to trading, you cannot just be biased to one side. You have to give yourself that side. Now, one other thing that I'm looking for, and then this is a macro view, and this is gonna help a lot of people. So listen up. Where are we going full time? Like full time, where are we going over the next maybe year? I'd say a year. 6 months to a year, or 8 months to a year. Where are we going? Well, I am showing bullish over the next year, maybe 8 months. Okay, what am I looking for to be so bullish? Well, we have what is called, where's my writing tool? Let me find my drawing tool. All right, family. So what am I looking at here? I'm not sure if you can see it, but what I'm looking at is this head and shoulder, or inverted head, and my drawing's a little ugly, and shoulders pattern, right? This here is bullish. Now, our neckline is here. Some of y'all are like, Tate, what in the heck are you talking about? Okay? I'll explain soon. Now, I'm not the biggest fan, I'll be honest with you, I'm not the biggest fan of patterns. I don't really, as far as, getting into cup and handle, and I don't get into all of that, right? But I know about them, and I have to be aware and be, I have to know that, hey, I know what that is, right? So just because you don't like something or you don't use it doesn't mean you have to, or you can just ignore it, right? Because this is a very, very, very long-term trend. When I say long-term, this is something that has been working for years, decades, right? That cup and handle, or that inverted head and shoulders, or just a regular head and shoulders, it has been working for over a century. All right. I got some books that I probably bought from 1950s, right? And they were teaching on the inverse, or the actual head and shoulders pattern. So once again, we have to be mindful of this. The reason why it's been consolidating, look at this. It's been consolidating because it knows that this is a crazy area right here that a lot of people are looking for. So the fact that we're getting up here and we keep bumping our head against this, look at it. It's just bumping ahead. It's been doing it since it created it. So I wouldn't consider this a break of the neckline because we hadn't built it yet. But we built the neckline. I'd consider it built February 2023, right? So it pulled back. And look, ever since then, it's been fighting it. It's fighting it. So me personally, I'm expecting a move above it. We had a double bottom back here. I'm expecting a move above it, right? 1, 2, we'll get up, 3, maybe even hold it, and we'll take off. Right now, what I'm expecting is if we do this 4,300, we still got to pull back. There's a lot of things that are nuts, right? They're going nuts right now. So still got to pull back. But once we break it, the pullback will be where we want to buy. Okay. And honestly, that's when I get bullish, probably for the next year. I don't want to go out on a limb too early and say it, but we might actually we might see all-time highs over the next 8 months. I'm not gonna lie to you, because this looks crazy bullish. So I would not be surprised if we got into some all-time highs, or at least try to test it. I'm seeing 4,800, maybe even 5,000. If we get to 5,000, you're looking at all-time highs. Now, that's going to take about a year. It's going to take about a year to play out. But when I see us getting bullish like this, I start going long-term. I don't really day trade as much. So I'll see us going. I'll start putting a lot more of my money into like longer-term positions, 2 years out, 3 years out, and then I'll let it take off. So that's what I'm seeing. Hopefully this helps somebody, right? But it's trying to play out. Now, if we don't break it and hold it, and then we come back down here, it's invalidated, right? It's invalidated. It's no longer a thing. So I'll be looking to see if we can break it, or if we break here. One or the other. So let's see what this PPI does. Let's see what this next week or two does. I say I'm giving it a timeline. We got 2 weeks to decide what the heck this thing wants to do. 2 weeks. If it does not break down here in 2 weeks and hold here, I'm bullish. I'm bullish all day, right? So hopefully this has been very helpful. Once again, I hope all of the Market Watch, the STB Market Watch videos have been helpful. I'll continue to do these every day that the market is open. Every day you're going to see me here on my treadmill, unless I'm on the road, right? You're going to see me here on my treadmill desk, getting in some walking, talking about stocks, talking about markets, and we're going to be making money while we do it, all right? So on the next one, let's see what we have. Let's see how this thing plays out. I'll see you tomorrow.
Secure the bag, yeah, that's the brand, and we get to the bag.